Question. If your parents approved of everything you wanted to do when you were 13 years old, would they have been loving? No, of course not. Love doesn't mean approval. Love doesn't mean enabling people to do evil. Love means you're standing in the way of evil. If you approve of everything some kid wants to do, you're not loving, you're unloving, you're an enabler. In fact, in the passage that everybody reads at their wedding, but nobody obeys, 1 Corinthians 13, here's what Paul says about love. Love does not rejoice in wrongdoing, love rejoices in the truth. Love always protects. Love always perseveres. You don't protect people when you're approving of the evil they're doing. You're doing the opposite. Knock it off. In fact, Jesus, who went to the cross for us, gave us one new command. You know what the one new command is? Here it is. He says, a new commandment I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. How did he love us? He sacrificed himself for us. So what is love for us? It means sacrifice. It doesn't mean approval.
Love is the most abused word in the English language, and it is not particularly close. You know Napoleon Bonaparte? He said that you never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. Do you interrupt those you love when they're making a mistake? If you don't, you're treating them more like an enemy than somebody you love. I'm not suggesting that you should let your enemies fall into horrible pitfalls and traps. No, you should actually pray for the salvation of your enemies. But Napoleon makes a fantastic observation. To allow somebody to make a mistake when you could correct them or when you could stop them is to encourage their demise, is to treat them as an enemy whom you're trying to defeat. What's more difficult to do? To tell your child the truth, even if it means for a season they might not like you, they may rebel against you, and they may even hate you. And to love them through that, to love somebody who is hating you, or to tell somebody what they want to hear. Because by doing so, you can ensure that they will love you. If you think that by giving other people approval, you are loving them, really what you're wanting from them is approval for yourself. And that is not real love anyway. That's a manipulated kind of affection that you're going to get from people whom you're allowing to walk down a path of destruction and perdition. Have you ever heard the phrase, the bigotry of low expectations? If you allow a certain group of people or a certain individual to believe low things about themselves or to treat themselves or others lowly and just be kind of low grade in the way that they run their life, that's an incredible hatred that you've shown that person. Seriously, go and read 1 Corinthians 13, the one that Dr. Frank Turek just brought up. Nowhere in there does Jesus suggest that approving of sin, approving of things that destroy, is a way to love people. Now, the obvious one is homosexuality, and people will say, how's that destroying somebody? Why can't I just approve of that? Well, you might be vehemently against disapproving of homosexuality, but the likelihood is the only reason that you do that is because it's a heck of a lot easier. You say it makes you a good person, but really it's the easy way out. It's an incredibly easy way to have all of those around you think you're soft and fluffy and harmless. But the truth is, you are just encouraging somebody down a path that will actually destroy them. Whether it's transgenderism or homosexuality. If you tear everything away from yourself that God gave you and God planned for you and God set out for you to do or be or have or enjoy, and instead you adopt something that is in complete rebellion to what He intended for you, you will be completely and utterly lost to yourself. Embrace the life God has for you and encourage others to do so. You will get persecuted for doing that. You will have people that don't like you. But most importantly, you'll be somebody who stands for truth, and you will make a difference in this world, and you'll be rewarded for it in heaven. Thanks so much for watching. We'll speak soon.